Okay, I got some different springs here on my trolley. First I gotta get this set here out. A nice flat surface to work from here. So there's your difference. This is a little bit heavier spring also. So I just squeezed up the piece here where it hooks in to get it out. So this just slides in through here. Good, put in the correct direction though. These stiff ones do not like going in. They hurt your thumbs. Yep. Hold it. Tension on it now. See, it doesn't really fit in there though. This wire sticker, it's made for a different application. Should be perfect for this one, right? Where's the other weight tab? Looking right at it, don't see it.
Go ahead, King.
Hidden. Okay, same deal, we gotta squeeze it. Put it in. Try to bend it out again. Okay. I'm gonna put some special grease on. This is Harley Advanced Cam Point Lube. It's a real high pressure, thick ass grease. Nothing really stays in here, so I've tried all kinds of different greases. It all flings off at some point. We have high load, high centrifuge action from the high RPM, and heavily loaded. All stuff that doesn't work good with grease. Of course, you heat it up on top of it to make it nice and thin. There. All right. It's around here somewhere. Okay, now we'll see if this stuff will even fit in here. Keep losing stuff. The problem is I gotta get this through this tight spot right here. I might have to file that, but I think I will get it in here. push it in there first and rotate it around, if it'll let me do it. Nope. It's not going to let me do that. See, this wire has to be bent back on itself to fit in here because of the way this weight's made over here.
Mm-hmm.
So give it one more try here. There we go. Problem's it locks up the other one. Rotate it around, and it'll freeze it up. Hey, one down. Of course, that was one I could get to. Okay, we got some returning action going on now. So it should idle down. It should only go in one way. Of course it doesn't. It goes down two ways. See, the later ones, they only go in one way. This one's cut the same on both ways, so you can stick in 180 out if you want. Okay, so we gotta put the distributor cover up here, see which side is which. So this is our front, this is our rear. So that's the direction I want it to be anyway. Okay, so you can see how it all returns back like it should now, but we still have clearances in here, so. See, a nice quickie 15-minute job takes 3 hours, see? That's why I like mechanical distributors. They don't have all this crap on them. Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's getting any tighter over there. Means you better quit torquing on it. Break it. Okay, that now works correctly. Alright, now we get back to where we left off a little while ago. Okay. Put the star washer on the back side here. Make sure the nut doesn't rattle loose. get caught. Okay. Take off your excess wire out of there, but make sure it doesn't rub on the spring or wear through. There's room for that to go down underneath. There we go. Good bend on that. All right. Now we go ahead and set the points now. This has an eccentric right here. You rotate that back and forth, it changes your point gap. I'm going to use 22. 18 to 22 is your range, and this is going to break in, so you can make it slightly looser, but definitely no tighter than 22. So I tighten that down and moved it. Okay. Now if the points don't look like they're open and closing square, you can bend them a little bit to make them sit flat instead of being like this or like this. This one looks like it's pretty close. Okay. Now, of course I did that all wrong. Dumbass. You got to be up on top of the point cam when you do that. Otherwise you get to redo it. I'm sure nobody would do that, right?
So it's got to be 18 to 22 thousandths when it's full open.
When it's open, yeah. That way when it closes all the way. You gotta check it on both lobes too. Sometimes one lobe's bent or the shaft is out of whack. It should repeat pretty close. This one's just slightly looser on the rear cylinder, maybe a thou or two. Close enough for what we're doing. Okay, now you see how the rotation distributor is going. And usually what I do is I take you got a couple things going on here. One is you got a cam in here that has to go to where it wants to be, because everything's on a worm gear down there, so everything moves a lot. You got like 20 degrees at least of slop in the system. You have this gear can go back and forth in the shaft. This one's not too bad, it's pretty tight. Hear it though? So as you rotate the motor, I spin it through a couple times. I'm putting load onto the screwdriver, so the cam itself will rotate again whichever way it wants to go. Okay, so now we're coming around. You never want to rotate it backwards. Now you got to take a pair of channel locks, and you have to rotate the cam. You got to hold the shaft counterclockwise, which is under load, and then see how we advance this and see how the points now are open. So which means we might be okay, we might be off, because we haven't set the timing yet. First thing you do is put your screwdriver in the hole, see where you're at in the piston wise. We're pretty far up, so more likely we probably went past where we wanted to be. So we'll go ahead and run it back around again. This time I'll stop sooner. You never want to go backwards because you got all that slop and everything. I'm trying to hold the slop. Okay, at this point we need to go on the other side and figure out where the timing mark's at. See, we're pretty far down the hole right now. Okay, now we're coming up. There's a line. There's the metal. Back over here. Is the battery hooked up on this bike?
No.
So you gotta rotate that backwards, rotate this forward. You can overcome that real easy with the channel lock, so you gotta be careful. And you gotta rotate the distributor with your extra two hands until the points just crack. You got all that?
Yeah.
I'm short a couple hands. All right, and I can't even see the point yet because it's all dark. So what we gotta do is figure out when the points are gonna crack. So if we have power, we can use a light bulb right here. You just took it to your ground here, and your positive over here. That light will come on when it's good. If you don't have any power, use an ohm meter. And when the ohm meter open and close, you'll see it on the ohm meter. So I'm gonna go. So we got to hook the battery up, put a jumper on it. Or is it completely disconnected over here?
It's completely disconnected. You get some jumper wires in here. I'll take that cover off.
All right, we'll be back.